You can't press time, and you can't stop. You can't fence time and you can't stop love. You can stop it, and then you're in the deep shit. And this is something I got to say to the women's, the whole women's thing. Mm-hmm. I got to talk to the Norwegians, and I got to talk to the Norwegians right away because they're the biggest women's advocacy on the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. And I think our whole society, by pushing women 15, 20 years past the reproductive thing, is hurting women very badly. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think. You got to think about all what you go through. Well, you ought to know. I've watched all my girls with it. Are you at your best? No. No. Because you're going against nature, really, you know, and I'm not saying nothing about you, of course, right? Or me either, because I'm part of the society too. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't say anything. It's, you know, just as of late, this has really come to light big time, right? But just think about how that weakens women. And then think about Loretta, who had it all done in her 20s. I'm not saying she's an exact model or anything, but, you know, the brain... It's more powerful, right? Yeah. It works better. You know, she had kids and then, you know what I mean? And you move into, and that's because she's aligned with nature. Yeah. You know, and that's going to be a tough thing in a society like now that's built the way it is to push girls to 30 to get pregnant and feed the healthcare system and have all these trouble with kids and all the bullshit they peddle you about modern science. You can't go against nature. No. It's just bullshit, man. It is. So I wanted to stand up for the girls on that, right? Because you can have your Romeo and Juliet and your kid, and you're not necessarily staying together forever. Mm-hmm. But I think your chances are just as good. You want me to tell you why? Because when you're young, you're more in a smaller circle. Mm-hmm. So you know the guys. Mm-hmm. This is what happens in a modern world and city. You don't get those guys that were in your school for 6 or 12 years or whatever, that you know who those guys are. Mm-hmm. What you get is a bunch of people that are being their best to get you or whatever it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the other thing is when that shit goes off at 16, 17, whatever whatever, that's your immune system accepting something that you know about. It's like totally into reproductive positivity. Okay. Get on the PD poles. It's on the channel there. Okay, that's a big beatitude. I know it was a big beatitude, but it had to be done, all right? And it came right in because something fit into it. So, can we please get going now? Can you please shut up?
Rockin' Robin.
Okay, I'm going to do Rockin' Robin in a beat.
Yeah. Do it. This is a...
And I'll tell you something else, and this is what comes from screening.
Bobby Day tune.
Yeah, do a lot of that, because you sound really good. You sound like way more like a DJ than I do. I just sound like a fucking idiot. Okay, now what I'm going to do here right now, I'm going to make sure that we do something that we don't, because I usually get too excited, and I don't. Okay. Now what is it? Tweedledee, 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 tweedledee. Got it going now?
Yeah.
Ready? Tweedledee, 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 tweedledee. Hey, rocks in the treetop all day long, rocking and a bopping and a singing a song. All these birds down Jaybird Street, they love to hear the robin eagle tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Hey, rockin' robin. I did old rockin' robin man, ready to go rock tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little birdie in a tall oak tree, wise old owl, big back crow, tapping his swing, singing Go Bird Go, Rockin' Robin. Yeah, Rockin' Robin. Oh, I said, oh, Rockin' Robin, man, he's really gonna rock tonight. Pretty little ribbon at the bird bandstand, taught them how to do the bop and it was grand. Started going steady and it blazed my soul. Pop a buzzard and a Oreo. He said a rockin' and treat up all day long. Rockin' and a boppin' and a singing a song. All the little birds on a jaybird street, oh, they love to hear the robin. He goes tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Oh, rockin' robin. I said, oh, rockin' robin, man, he's really gonna rock tonight. Hey, the pretty little ribbon at the bird bandstand, taught them how to do the bobbing, it was grand. Started going steady and bled my soul. Pop a buzzard and Oreo, hit a rockin' street up all day long. Rockin' and bobbing and singing a song. All the birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin and go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Oh, I said rockin' robin. I did old rockin' robin, man, really gonna rock tonight. I did old rockin' robin, man, really gonna rock tonight. I did old rockin' robin, man,